we can do Twitch. Why not?
Good old Twitch.
Let's see if it's up. 6 of 8. Okay, it says we're streaming on my private group, my regular page, and my business page. So that's good. Close. And you said we're sharing on your page, correct?
That's what it said. Yeah, I went through.
Okay, I'm gonna go to your page right now and check it out. If you guys are tuning in, we are trying some shenanigans. Me and Keith, we are trying to go live on both of our pages at the same time. All right, I see your message going live with TCOD, but I'm not seeing it on your page.
Let's see.
Let me reload. Yeah, I'm scrolling through your page. I don't see us. Do you see us on your page? Got 6 people. Damn, this thing is stiff.
So confusing.
I know, right? There we go. Talking into my new mic. I love it.
Oh, new toys. I like toys.
Yeah, I got a new Shure SM7B. It's like the top dog of mics. It was gifted to me by a company called Nice, Nice.
Oh, it's just like it is.
Yep. Keith Hanks tagged you in a post. Okay, I see that you said you want to go live. We got to figure this out. We got to make sure.
So it's saying add your channels. So we got to add a channel?
Yes.
Ah.
I say I'm pretty sure it is on your side.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah. All right, let me post this again. I see somebody said, "What's up, Sarge?" If you're tuning in and you're coming in on Facebook, for some reason, on Facebook, you have to give permission for this program to let us see your name. I can't see your name. You just look like Facebook user. So I'm going to post it in chat. Oh, that's not what I want to do. I want to actually post it. Brian Bailey. Yeah, there we go. Paste. There's a link. I just posted it. If you are on Facebook, my arm is all tore up. I was fighting with my dog today.
Sweet.
I was like, "Ow, my arm burns," because
dog wrestling.
Oh man, he's like 110-pound damn Doberman too, so he pushes me around. All right, well, let me go back to your page. That's what we're trying to figure out right now. Is your page correct?
Yes. Yeah, I'm trying to do this now. I'm trying to get the post to one of my groups too.
Okay.
It says I've already added my channel, my private page, so it should be there.
Okay, maybe it's my end. Let me see. General. Nope. And bro, do I have a tale for you guys about what happened at the gun store a couple days ago? Talk about wow, holy hell. Well, your gun store is in the freaking hood. So he said the screen is little, but chat is huge on LinkedIn. Oh. Well, let me see if I can. Let's see. Ooh, I don't like that. Nope. Maybe this way. Maybe this way. Maybe this way.
No.
Maybe this way. All right, maybe this way. I don't know.
Works.
I don't know why. Well, what if we did cell phone version? Oh, orientation not available while live. Oh, okay, I see. Sorry, guys. Trying to figure it out here.
It's the bane of my existence, technology. It is.
Right. Let me see. Maybe I have to go add destination.
I mean, I did it on my end. It says it's doing it on my PTSD group and my page.
Okay, what is your PTSD group?
It's just PTSD awareness for first responders and veterans.
Okay, I got that. Let me click on it. Okay. Okay, manage access, manage restream, access to your info. Hey, we are on there.
On my.
Oh wait, no, we're on mine. Shit. Bear with us, guys. We're trying to get our pages going here. Okay. Let me see. There's got to be. You know what I can do? Let me. You know what? Maybe we just say we don't want to do. Oh, Keith Hanks just tagged me in a post. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I guess they're gonna have to go on my page. I want it to show on your page too. Let's do this. Let's back out. We'll do it just on Facebook instead of using my Restream app here.
Mm.
And see how that goes. So
It doesn't matter. I mean, it works. I mean,
are you okay with it?
Yeah, I mean, I put in a comment that we're on yours. Most of the people that know me are in your group anyway. So.
All right, works for me.
Works for
All
me.
right, sir. Well, while we're here, where's my whiskey? Oh, it's behind me.
That looks like a very similar bottle to what I have.
This is a Smoke Wagon, unfiltered, uncut, sir, or uncut, unfiltered, I should say. Let me show this cool bottle. The light is screwing with it. It's got like a golden ticket on it.
Oh, look at that! It's like Willy Wonka. I kind of like it.
It's legit. It's got like a wax ring inlay with
Oh, that's fancy.
There it goes. 6 shooters.
Yeah,
really cool. Boom.
Fancy.
What are you drinking, sir?
Oh, it ain't as top shelf as yours, but it's Mr. James Pepper's 1776.
Oh, okay.
Pretty good stuff. It's not bad. Pretty smooth. I'm
I've
not a
never
big
heard of
bourbon guy. I'm more of a rye and more of a regular whiskey kind of guy. But
I do like rye. This same company, Smoke Wagon, they have a rye, and it's in a green labeled bottle. It's see-through. It's like a clear bottle. I didn't know it was a rye. I just bought it because I like the brand, and I was like, well, I'll try this one too. And as I'm sipping, I'm like reading the bottle. I'm like, oh shit, this is a rye. I like ryes.
It's tough, man, because so in New Hampshire, I don't know how it is in Texas. Maybe I do, but in New Hampshire, it's state-run liquor stores, which is kind of good, kind of bad. It's cheaper liquor. It's cheaper than like the states around us.
Okay.
But they have bankers hours, so you have to get your booze between 9 and 5, right?
Oh.
But the ones around me have a very large selection of whiskey. But I don't know a lot about different whiskeys, and there's a lot of new ones that have popped up, like homebrew, whatever you want to call it, local brew, and they're like this peanut butter ones.
Peanut butter ones can be good. Just depends.
I mean, I like me some Skippy, man, but not when I'm trying to drink. You know what I mean?
So, we went to this distillery in Florida, down in St. Petersburg. No, what's the the really old, like one of the oldest cities in the nation. I can't remember what the name of it is. Saint something.
Saint something.
Anyway,
we'll call it that.
Yeah. So we're down there. We go to this distillery, and I've had peanut butter whiskeys before, and they're very sugary. I don't like that. Like I like straight up with ice cube. So I don't like it real sweet. And we go through this distillery, and he's like, "You want to try our peanut butter whiskey? That's kind of our staple." I was like, "No, I don't like the sugary stuff." He goes, "No. He goes, "We make this straight from peanuts." I was like, "Okay." You got my interest. Let me try it. I was like, "Is it dude? It's gonna be sugary." Nope, it wasn't. It was like a whiskey with a hint of peanut butter, and it was. If you are a fan of whiskeys and bourbons and stuff, it was good. We ended up buying 2 bottles and bringing them home. They didn't last long.
See, that's the issue when they add like flavors or whatnot to a lot of whiskeys, especially it gets sweet, and I don't dig sweet stuff.
Yeah,
I'm sweet enough. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't drink a lot of rum. I don't drink a lot of the more sweeter ends of the liquor spectrum. I'm more of I just kind of like my booze. I like my stuff that burns holes in your stomach, and I kind of go from there.
Yeah. I'm telling my mom to get on my live, not on her to talk, but
so you can wish her happy Mother's Day because you're a jerk and probably haven't done that yet.
You're 100% right. This was how I was going to say Happy Mother's Day to her. You ruined the surprise.
Oh, there it is. Now I'm the dick.
Right? Fucking firefighters.
Yeah,
bro, I love the Schwarzenegger poster you have in the back. I see it every time. The one with the robot, the T-800, is it, or T?
Yeah. So that's actually the original Terminator, and So that's actually, I believe. So my wife got me that. It's actually a canvas movie poster, and it's French, I believe, but it's in English. It's
Mm,
in English.
okay.
Yeah, so I'm a big Terminator fan.
As you should be.
Fucking A.
So you probably are terrified of all this AI stuff coming out, Chat GPT and all that.
Jesus. Yeah, yeah, man. Like some of the stuff they're coming out with is kind of
Hey,
Judgment
I'm
Day-ish.
I'm signed up. I already use it. Like, I get on there and I'm like, tell me what hashtags to use for this topic. Tell me, and it's fucking golden, dude. It works. I pay like $30 a year for this little program and love it. I dropped like HBO Max just to have it. I was like, well, if I'm do this, I'll drop one stream, pick this up, use it as a tool.
Got to find the money somewhere, right?
Yeah, but dude, we're using it in police work and shit too.
Yeah,
Another
yeah,
thing I like to do is when people try to have original thoughts online, I kind of like I'll go through and see if they came up with that thought or if it was generated by AI, because they've got programs out there that'll tell you like this was generated by an AI program
yeah,
to,
yeah.
to stop the plagiarism stuff. So hey guys, long time no talk. I don't know who that is. It just says Facebook user. So if you're just jumping on, I'll send it out again.
Could be one of my cretins.
Yep. Hit this link if you're on Facebook. You should see it in the chat. Click on that and then allow Facebook to use your name, because it just says Facebook user until you give Facebook permission. But
That's a cool thing about my little collection of Terminator stuff. Hold on a second. Let me grab you.
okay, hell yeah, let's check it out. If you bring a firefighter fucking Terminator, I'm gonna be mad.
This is my inner geek coming out here. So this is actually the CPU from the Terminator.
No, that's
Yeah,
what it looked like.
yeah,
I don't remember that.
yeah. So in Terminator 2, there's actually a deleted scene where they're in the garage when they're hiding out.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah, John, and the Terminator, and they actually there's this entire scene they cut out where they open up the Terminator's head and take out the CPU and reprogram him to learn.
Oh,
Yeah, and
really?
yeah, this is what it is. This is in the top of his head.
No shit.
Yeah, my buddy 3D printed this for me.
Oh god, there's so many things I want 3D printed. I want the Mandalorian helmet 3D printed.
Take
I
like
want
6 days.
a lot of Star Wars stuff. Yeah, that little thing probably took 6 days, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, it took him a little bit, but like, actually got a buddy that does the Mandalorian helmets out here in Massachusetts.
What?
Yeah, yeah,
Bro, have him make me a 2 cops 1 donut Mando helmet.
yeah. He's in my contacts. His name is Dan Viveros. He does that 3D printing shit. He's all about it, man.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. Is he first responder or is he just
Yeah, he's a firefighter medic.
okay?
Hose
Not,
Draga.
nothing perfect, but I mean, at least he's doing Mando stuff. That's a plus. Do you watch it?
I was watching it, and then I just gotten so busy, I haven't been able to catch up on the next 3 seasons now.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I love it. It's a space western.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Yeah, no, the first season was really good, and then honestly, I got in that show Reacher.
Yeah, Reacher's that big dude.
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
He's
he
my
could be
size.
the next Terminator dude.
Yeah, what's
Like
funny is he actually isn't normally that big, like that. You
that
know,
jacked. Yeah.
yeah, he's normally like a 210 kind of guy, but in that he actually put on like 30 pounds of muscle for
Dude,
it.
that dude's scoliosis. He's
Yeah,
he's a big dude. I saw him, I goes, that is not the Jack Reacher I'm used to. I'm used to little dude. Tom Cruise, or was that what Tom Cruise played, or was that
yeah, that was Tom Cruise.
that was
Tom
Tom
Cruise is
Cruise, right?
Reacher, bro. Yeah,
Yeah. He did a good job in that.
yeah, that was a
You
badass
know,
movie.
for as crazy as Tom Cruise is, like
Yeah,
not the
man. I
not
gotta tell you
Thomas
though.
Cruise, who's in the chat with us right now, but
No, I mean Tom Cruise may be a little loony man, but I tell you, he's a hell of an actor. And
Mhm.
in Maverick, the movie that just came
Oh,
out, he's
dude,
being
better than the
slated with
first. I
better than the
said it.
first,
I
and they're
said it.
actually saying he may have saved Hollywood with that movie. And I mean, it was a great flick. And say what
Well,
you will about the man, but
he held out. He was like, "We're
Mhm.
not putting this on Prime. We're not letting people watch this from home. They're gonna go out and go to the damn theater to watch this." And he
Yep,
waited and waited, and it fucking paid off. I
big time.
bought it as soon as it was available on Amazon. I bought it. It was that good.
Cool little factoid about Tom Cruise. He actually went to summer camp with my mother-in-law.
What?
Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Kind of cool.
Um, he's definitely one of the top reasons that the Navy and the Air Force get so many damn people recruiting. It really is like a military recruitment video, the whole thing. It works
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah. Nah, good flick though. Good flick.
Brian Bailey says, "Dude, I have watched Maverick over 10 times. I wore out my VHS tape of Top Gun as a kid." Shit. Did you have the old fast forward machine? Do you remember that?
The
Where you
fast
could
forward machine.
rewind and fast forward
Oh,
like
yeah,
it
yeah.
was like a car. It
Yeah,
shows
you
like
could
a
buy a car. Yeah, you could
yeah,
buy
it
it.
was I had a red car. I don't remember what kind of car it was, but I remember having that thinking I'm in the future now.
Dude, so I'm 45, or I will be this year, and,
Fucking
I actually remember my grandmother had a VHS player, right?
yeah,
And it had the giant buttons, and it had a corded remote.
really?
It had a damn corded remote.
Oh shit. I remember some friends having corded television remotes
Yep,
and it had like big ass monster buttons on it.
and it would
But
click
we
every
didn't
time I hit it.
we had a TV on top of the old TV
Mhm, mhm,
for sure.
yep.
Um
Cabinet TV and then a smaller TV on top.
yeah, yeah. We had a really like that's something I wish they'd somehow bring back. Like do some sort of retrofit of a LCD, like
Mm.
bring back the old something. I don't know. I
No one
cuz
watches TV on the floor anymore, though. Everyone like,
no.
we have ours mounted on the wall.
Yeah. Well, shit. My we'll all sit in the living room and I'll have my AirPods in and my wife's watching TV on the main TV because I don't like her show, so I'll just watch my stuff. And I mean, it's funny how life is now compared to when we used to sit down and wait for a program to start, and
Yep.
each commercial it was somebody else's turn to get up and go get stuff for everybody else.
"Hurry up, get the popcorn."
Yeah, tell me when it's starting. You're yelling from the kitchen.
You'd rush to get dinner done so you could
Yeah.
get in front of, in front of the 2 for All in the Family, you know?
All in the Family. Holy shit, you're going way back. Um, we were just talking about the Jeffersons and like the comedy and stuff that they did back then, and you
The
can't
shit they
do
used
this
to get
shit.
away. Yeah,
You
that's
can't do that no more.
the raunchiness they used to say and
Yeah.
the innuendos and racial
Remember when
slurs.
they started collaborating? It was like the Jeffersons. I think it was the Jeffersons and All in the Family.
Yeah, it was a spinoff. Jeffersons was a
Eh,
spinoff.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then what was the other? What was the other one? Damn, they did something. There's I just can't remember. It's been so
Oh, I
long.
think, the daughter, the blonde actress, I think she had a spinoff.
Okay.
I think there was it Su is there Susan Struthers or something? No, I don't wanna forget her name. The blonde daughter, I think she had a spinoff.
I can't remember. It's too long. I only watched it. You're way older than me. I mean, you're like super old. So,
Dude, I'm wicked old. I feel a lot older. I'm telling you these days, especially with everything, like with the job. Like, let's talk about the job for a second here. So, like, I worked a 21-year career, right? And that's, for being 44, that's a long time considering I've been out of the job for 5 years now.
It's been 5 years?
2017, I got out.
Damn. Oh, you got out just before COVID. You got out at the right time.
Mm, thank God.
He says, "Oh,
Too much bullshit.
whoa, somebody's got a cool name. Valiant Thor. That is a cool ass name. At
Bugle.
work, random channel surfing, having lunch, and saving the world. Wearing my Bugle Boy jeans and British
Oh
Knights."
boy,
That's great. And drinking a beer. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know who that is, but that is one of the coolest names I've seen ever.
that is a cool name.
Okay, so 5 years ago. You've been out 5 years.
Yeah, so like I talk to people about it, and it's like, in the systems I worked in the cities and stuff I worked in, it's like I probably work closer to a 30-year career. And I talk to people now, like with what I do now, and like everyone's like, oh yeah, yeah, no, I've only been on like 15 years, but it's easily 20, 25. And some of the bigger city guys, like out near you and the New Yorks and the Philadelphias are like there is no, what you work is not what you work. It's not relative. It's your body ages twice as fast when you do this line of work. And it's not, tell you, man, sometimes I feel it. Like the last 4 years, man, I sometimes feel 60, 65, and I've gotten in good shape. I've gotten myself back in my back to my sparring weight here. And it's still, man, it's still the knees
Yeah.
in the back, man.
Yep. I'm stupid. I have to run. I'm still in the military. I'm
Mm,
only 4 years younger than you. I'm 40. I'll be Well, I'll be 41 in February, so maybe you are a full 5 years older than me.
Yeah, I'll be December's my birthday.
Okay. Yeah, you're old. Um,
I am.
my mom texted me back finally. She's like, "I'm on." I said, she goes, "And you're talking to some guy." Mom, this some guy is Keith Hanks. And he lives out in Boston area, right?
Wicked Pissa.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm an hour from Boston. I'm
And
about
he's a hose dragger, and he's my friend. But we're just on bullshitting. But yeah, so mom, this is me saying Happy Mother's Day to you for the world to see, and
now
hope
this
you're
proves.
enjoying your day with your dog. That's what she does. She just plays with the dog. She's got a bum hand, so
Hmm.
she can't do a whole lot with a hyper ass German short hair pointer. But she's like, I'm on, but I'm not signed in. I can't chat. I was like, okay, well, I'll just say Happy Mother's Day on here then. So
Oh, you just made her day. Happy
yeah,
Mother's Day to Eric's mom.
Michelle, well, technically her maiden name would be Levine, but her married name is Jones. That's kind of generic. Michelle Jones.
Mrs. Jones.
Miss it, yeah. But yeah, you're right, man. I carry roughly 35 pounds a year. Now luckily the last, I don't know, maybe 5 to 7 years, somewhere in there, we got these outer carriers. I don't know if you've seen police wearing those. Instead of wearing all your stuff on your belt,
Yeah.
because cops notoriously have lower back issues, sciatic issues.
Goes to
Because
the vest.
no, because of the old leather belt. You'd have all your Batman tools on your belt, and it would wear down your lower back.
Yep.
Well, we've been wearing these vest carriers where a lot of the weight can be distributed on your chest evenly, and that has made a world of difference. I've
You know, you got
actually
that from the Bucketheads did that with their air packs, man. You guys took that from us hose draggers. We've been carrying our weight properly for years, and
Well, yeah, because for whatever reason, police chiefs care more about what we look like than how functional we are.
uh,
So when you're fighting fires, they're like, I don't give a shit what you wear, just put the damn fire out.
don't
So
get burned.
yeah, don't get burnt. Yeah, fuck that. But yeah, I it's weird. I have these ups and downs, the same thing.
No,
I've been boxing. Started
that's good.
boxing about 2 or 3 months ago, and just trying to do something different to stay in shape. And there's days that I get in there and they're like, "All right, go do this, go do that." And I'm like, "Just fucking let the kids do it.
Yeah, yeah.
I need a breather." Like, I remember, like, it doesn't seem that long ago where I just like, "All right, push through." There's no pushing through anymore.
It's like every decade. Like when I was a teenager and I hit my 20s. So I had an uncle who was 10 years older than me, almost exactly, like within a couple months. And so when he hit 20, he's like, "Yeah, yeah, wait till you get to 20." I hit 20 and I was like, "Ah, this ain't bad." He hit 30 and he's like, "Wait till you hit 30." I hit 30, it's like, "All right. Yeah, this is a little tougher." And then it was like, "Wait till you hit 40." I hit 40. I was like, "Holy shit." Like
Yeah.
dude, there's times where it takes a full 10 minutes for me to get up in the morning sometimes and like unlock the knee and get the the three bulging discs in my back to kind of settle
You're a
down.
tall guy though, right? You're like 6'2",
I'm 6'5".
6'5", yeah. I was gonna say you're a tall dude, so you were already kind of effed.
Yeah,
It just
yeah, yeah.
it where the bigger you are, it's like having a, what are those dogs called? A Great Dane.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing.
I've been
Body
told
wears down quicker.
since I was a teenager, I was told you're gonna be a big dog and you're gonna have a lot of hurt parts when you get older and it won't be super old. And
Yeah.
that was, that was the way it was. But thank God, like in the last year, man, like I kind of bulged up a little bit. I got about 3 bills. Christmas of 2021,
Mhm.
and I blame the pandemic. And
Yeah, I blame that too.
but I've lost like 65 pounds. I'm down to 235 now, and it's made a world difference. And
I bet. Mentally, I bet.
mentally, I mean, physically, I mean, I have bad knees. I mean, my rotator cuffs are both shot. I have 5 bulging discs in my back. I mean, it's the job destroyed my body,
Yeah.
and I had to do everything I could to get myself so at least my body weight wasn't adding to that. Because I
Yeah.
tell you, man, with a 4-year-old now, it's as I get older, you just can't keep up. And with all that extra weight, it was keep me in the back seat. And
Yeah.
I feel so
Well,
much better.
our physical fitness is a direct correlation to how we are mentally.
Yep.
You know, if you are letting your body digest all this shit as we drink whiskey,
Mm.
um, you know, the if you find yourself eating a lot of things from the grocery store that's towards the inner aisles versus the outer aisles, you're not eating the good stuff.
Yep.
You're not eating stuff to fuel your body. And as first responders, we're already behind the curve when it comes to our physical health because we're hyper vigilant. We cortisol levels are out of whack. You know, the ones that work midnights, they're even more effed up because they don't see the sun. Um,
Yeah.
it's the root to a lot of the mental health issues that first responders get, whether it's PTS and um, burnout or whatever you want to call it. Uh,
Moral injury.
yeah, yeah. I just had somebody on from he's he's American, but at like 14 years old, him and his family sailed the world.
Hmm.
Um, Pretty crazy. He's a real smart dude. He ended up being a cop in New Zealand,
No shit.
where he ended up facing some burnout and PTSD stuff, and didn't realize what it was until um, it was too late. You know, and then he got the help he needed, got out of the job. Now he goes around the United States mostly, but he goes around the nation or around the world, talking about burnout and how to fix it and the things that he had went through and stuff like that. Kind of like you and I do, you know, we got subjects that we're
Hmm.
experts in and um, bring awareness and whatnot. But he came on the show, Chandler Yates. I'm trying to think of his first name. But anyway, yeah, he came on and was talking about that and you know, the burnout, even in New Zealand, which
Oh
is
yeah.
such a nice country. That's a
Yeah.
bucket list for me, man. I want to go.
It's beautiful out there. I mean,
Have
that's
you
what they
been there?
film. I've
Yeah.
never left America. Well, I've been to Aruba, but I've never left this country.
You've been to Aruba?
I
That's the
have.
last island the wife and I want to go to.
It's awesome down there.
So we're island hoppers. Like every time we go on vacation, we've been to, you know, the Virgin Islands, Bahamas, all the St. Martin, St. Lucia, Disney's Coco Cay, and Barbados and Antigua. And so we go all these places, right? And each time we go farther and farther south. Well,
Hmm.
we went to Barbados last time, and now we want to go down to Aruba. That's the last. The
Curacao is
last.
nice too. The Twin Island down there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we want to go out. How long did you go?
So I went a long time. I went in 2002.
Oh, okay.
And we were there. I think it was 5 days, 4 nights, 5 days. We left on the fifth day, late, and it was amazing. We did like each day because it was an all inclusive trip.
Okay.
It was through my first wife. It was through her work, so we didn't pay a thing for it. Each day we had an activity, like we snorkeled, we did parasailing, which was awesome because we were so close to South America that you could actually see once you were up, 100 feet in the air, you could actually see the coast of South America,
Okay. Very cool.
which
Did
is
you guys
amazing.
actually go to South America?
No,
No.
no.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard people. Is it Chile? Is Chile down there? I heard that's
Yep.
a good vacation spot.
Yeah, my wife actually has family in Peru.
Okay.
I think Peru.
Is
I don't
she
know.
Peruvian?
It's
Oh,
married in
okay.
Peruvians.
Okay.
So she's
Eh,
been down there. She actually spent a few summers down there, and I guess so my wife is blonde hair, blue eyed, very much Irish, Scandinavian looking, and when you look like that and you go down there to that part of South America, you have to stay with whoever you're staying
Did
with.
you say Irish Scandinavian?
Yeah, most Scandinavians are like blonde or blue eyed, but the Irish tend to get that look too.
Really? I
Yeah.
just thought all the Irish look like you.
So I'm actually more Scandinavian. I actually have more Norwegian in me than Irish.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You could have fooled me with all that ginger.
Hey, it is what it is, man. Don't hate.
So,
Ginger. What this?
yeah,
It is starting to red, isn't it?
it is. It's okay. Mine grows in a little mine's like calico.
But I have
But
no grays, man.
oh,
No
I got a
grays.
lot. I
I
got
see that.
yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of distinguished gentleman look going on right there. Um, so you had a podcast, sir. I want to talk about that. You had
I
a
had a
podcast.
podcast. Yes, I was doing a podcast for a while. Yep.
And What happened?
So it was part of the business that I was a director for, and things didn't work out, and they owned the rights to the podcast, which is fine. But the nice thing about it was I had wanted to do a podcast for a long time. I've been a guest on podcasts for like the last 2.5 years, and I was always like, I should do one. I should do one. You were one of the people who were like, you should do one, and it was one of those things where we got to about, I think I had done 10 episodes, and then I ended up leaving that business. And now it's just a matter of trying to, put everything together and run my own the way I want to, instead of kind of, sort of being told what to do and who to advertise for and whatnot, and be a little bit more freelance with it. Because that's really what I am. I don't like to be tied down,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
things. I'm a very kind of go with the wind kind of guy.
So you're gonna get it going again, right?
I am. It's
Okay.
just I got like 8 irons in the fire right now, and all good things, all really good things, and it's just
Okay.
trying to figure out, making sure I have the right equipment and making it a quality podcast. I mean, you get
Yeah.
it. It's you don't want to half-ass this shit, and you want to be able to have good editing and good quality stuff. I mean, I got good camera and stuff, but I want to make sure it's top notch, and the guests that come on get the quality time they deserve.
Gotcha. Well, you let me know, sir. I can help you out. Um,
Hell yeah, slow burn, baby.
Slow burn. That's what I'm talking about. So I can't figure out. Oh, there it goes. Sarah Renee, which is my wife, she said, I disagree that food is the root of mental health issues. It is a factor, sure, but brain chemistry, genetics, and trauma responses are higher on the causative list of mental health issues. As your wife, this is a huge agree to disagree situation. My mental health and our children's mental health will always be treated medically. Oh, no, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm saying for first responders, if you are eating shitty food and you put it on top of everything that we do, you're
It
doomed.
contributes. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're gonna feel like a slug, you're gonna act like a slug because you're eating fast food. Versus if you're already having shitty mental health because your cortisol levels are up high because you're working midnights and you
Mm.
are predisposed to any genetic issues like you're talking about, chemistry, your chemistry is definitely getting thrown off simply by not seeing the sun, not being physically fit. So these things are all contributing factors. Then you throw in your diet. Your diet's the first, that's like the baseline for me. That's what I mean by root. I don't mean like it's the root cause. I just mean that's the easiest start to start fixing our mental health. Start eating right,
Yeah.
start exercising, start changing the body's chemistry, stuff like that. Now, if you do have some sort of genetic issue going on, well, yeah, you definitely are going to have some sort of medically treated fixes, I guess. So I don't disagree with you, Jones. That's her maiden name, by the way. So always people are like, "Why do you call your wife Jones?" I'm like, "That's her maiden name." So,
No, I
but
agree with that. I mean, a lot of this comes down to the unresolved trauma, and we've talked about this a lot, but it's with PTSD, PTSI, whatever the flavor of the week is with the acronym this time.
yeah,
I don't really care. I don't care either way.
yeah,
Sue's on. Hi, Sue. So the biggest thing is that as first responders, we don't deal with the shit that's happening. And one of the things I've been kind of working with and trying to figure out is, particularly fire and police, we have what we call SISM teams that are activated when we have the bad calls, right? Usually someone dies, someone gets shot, someone burns up, whatever it is. We have those, and then we have peer support teams. The problem is, from what I'm finding, at least out by me and other people that have come to me about them, is they're basically the same thing, and it's like they're not supposed to be. The SISM teams are critical incident stress management teams. They're supposed to be activated when a critical incident happens, so you can debrief it. It's bad, it happens. Peer support teams are supposed to be there 24/7. You shouldn't have to have something bad happen to have your peer support team available. And what we're finding, especially out by me, is that a lot of these peer support teams are just like they're not being used the way they should, and that's part of the problem. Is that then you have the cumulative trauma that's happening, right? You have
yeah,
men and women that are just like going out and seeing the shit every day, every day they're seeing poor living conditions, they're seeing violence, domestic violence, and not even like the bad calls, not even like the death or like the dismemberments or the bad car accidents or the mass shootings or whatever they may be. We're just talking the routine calls every day that's just tossing rocks in that backpack,
Yeah.
and we're not dealing with it. And that's really where it needs to be, is that peer-to-peer support. You working with your brothers and your sisters and talking about this should be like, hey, you know something? It's been a rough week. And you know
Mhm.
something? I've been hitting that bottle a little harder than I normally do. And maybe I should talk about it.
Yeah.
And that's where this shit starts, is really just hitting it with the peers and not waiting, for, the News Channel 5 story to, worthy for the Citizen team to come out and talk about it.
Yeah. So I got two things on that. One, third party help, and
Hmm.
then the negative of calls mixed with the negative of your own people. So the first one, the third party option. I think a lot of reasons that the peer stuff isn't utilized as highly is because we don't trust the people that are in there because they're internal.
Yeah.
If I got some shit I want to get off my chest, it may be about your friend. And I don't want to risk you saying something. And I have more trust in that third party option that's outside of the agency, where I don't feel there's a risk that anything I say is going to be leaked. And it's not that the peers are untrustworthy at all. It's just, I think it's for
People talk.
transparency purposes and stuff like that. I am not. I feel more comfortable going to somebody outside the agency.
Right.
So, and then the other part that I was talking about, the negative side. So you're talking about the cumulative trauma. It's i- for police or for firefighters. Most of the time, the things that we're showing up to, it's not a positive thing.
No.
More often than not, and so have you ever had that one dude that's just a cynical, pessimist asshole on the team? Like they're cancer.
Hmm.
Now imagine that you're surrounded by every call you're going to is a shit call. It's like, a domestic or, another person just trying to use the FD for a medical, just to talk to somebody because they're bored and they're wasting your time.
Yeah.
Before they go to jail, that's the other one. Well, I need medical. Oh, what's wrong? My chest hurts.
Yeah, chest hurts. There it
Yeah,
is.
chest hurts. So, as soon as they tell you the chest hurts, cops, we got to call FD and MedStar. We call them MedStar, but the ambulance, and they show up and waste everybody's time because they get itis and they don't want to go to jail. But you have to do it, and that is the negative shit that you're seeing every
Yeah.
day, and you're just like, what the fuck am I doing out here? Why am I'm not helping anybody. I'm not helping the people that I wanted to catch thieves and put out fires and
Yeah.
get cats out of trees, pet a Dalmatian.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man, because like it's the shit you don't think about. And I remember I worked in a um very violent inner city out by my way for a number of years. And I these days I'll tell people I'm good with like 95, probably closer to 98 now percent of the calls I've done. I still have my top 5 worst calls and whatever, but they don't bother me. What really bothers me is the shit that I used to see, the shit I used to smell, the shit I used to hear, that like that you'd see that weren't necessarily the call themselves. It was like the living conditions. It was showing up to a 3-decker. We call them 3-deckers, a 3-story apartment building out here.
Okay.
Um, where there's 2, maybe 3 bedrooms on each floor, and there's 105 people living in the building, and there's people living on cardboard sheets in the hall, and that kind of shit over and over and over again. Walking up and finding buckets of piss in the hallway, you
Mm.
know
Yeah.
all that stuff. Like that's the stuff that really adds, because that's a personal thing, right? Living conditions, domestic things, the wife getting smacked around that isn't actually the call. All that shit is the stuff that we can personally attach to because we're humans, and we get that. We get the relationships. We get having to live in poor conditions. We get all that, and that stuff weighs on us, and that's the stuff that's not being handled. And for us out here, the peer group that I'm part of, the peer support group I'm part of, which is a Zoom-based one that actually meets tonight, is it's all private, and it's all, you can come with us whether you just did a bad call or you can just be like, hey, it's just I've been doing this job for 20 years, and I just need to say that people fucking suck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I hate stupid people, and that's what these really need to be for, so people can get this out, can get it out, and they can be human. They can be like, you know something, I love what I do. Hey, my buddy Joe's on. I love what I do, but sometimes I really hate the job. I
Yeah.
really do. And
Yeah.
be able to say that without, maybe a captain sitting in the background being like, oh, I heard that, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's really what people need to do.
The thing that I challenge other newer officers to do, some point in my career, I was facing burnout a little bit. I decided to change sides of town, which was uh, a lifesaver for me. And I decided new side of town, new me. So I was going to try some different tactics in how I did the job. And one of the things that I don't know who I picked it up from, but I remember them telling me, if you turn every call into your own personal entertainment,
Mm.
it will change your mindset. So I was like, you know what? Let me try doing that. So the calls where you got your repeat offender, your frequent flyer, we like to call them,
Yep.
where you're getting calls out all the time. I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna go out to this call and just enjoy the show and have fun with it. And that was the turning point for me, as far as being a more optimistic cop and not letting that happen to me, letting the the part where I'm just starting to just get cynical towards people that were stupid all the time. I was like, you know what? They're dumb, but they're entertainingly dumb. So I'm just going to enjoy this for myself. And I would piss off other officers because they're trying to just kill this call. They're like, all right, let's get here, squash it, and leave. And I'm like, I'm asking questions. I'm like, so what about this? Okay. So you said somebody moved your furniture around while the doors were all locked and the windows were locked, and you were upstairs and the furniture didn't look like this when you went upstairs, but for some reason okay, where do you think they would be in the house? And then my partner's like, stop. And
What are
I'm
you
like, all
doing?
right. Yeah. What are you doing? Don't have her talk anymore. And I'm just like, okay, do you think they're in the kitchen? All right, we're gonna go search the kitchen. I go in the kitchen and start rattling drawers and shit. I'm like, no, I don't see them. And then I'm like, all right, we're gonna go outside. If you hear anything, you let us know. And they would inevitably call back, and I'd look forward to it. So it was just a mindset thing. I hate to bore you with the
But you have to do
specifics.
something. You have to do
Yeah.
something, and
So
in some cases, with different forms of trauma stuff, it goes beyond the job, and sometimes having the mindset doesn't always help. But you gotta do something, and if you can make to it, a safety degree, make the job entertaining,
yeah,
then it will at least alleviate some of that constant stress that's there with having to do a job where, especially, you guys as cops, which, I mean, basically you guys have a giant target on your back right now, and that sucks. But I mean, you never know what's going to happen. And you got to have some levity.
yeah,
You got to be able to laugh here and there, and you got to be able to take a situation that could be really fucking shitty and smile at it somehow.
yeah. And the hard part is that fine balance of staying professional without making anybody feel dumb,
Right.
offending people. Which even then, look, part of my stance on it is like, I'm not intentionally trying to offend you, but if you get offended, like, get over it. Get over it. Like, nothing happened to you. I didn't. I'm not going out to try to offend you. I'm actually just trying to keep my sanity.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I think you know me well enough by now, man. I don't pull my punches, and there's times when, especially when it's like my wife and I go somewhere, because we tend to have some friends that are a little softer than I am, and it is. I don't intend to hurt anyone, but
right.
I'm someone who is blunt, and I just say it, and you do. There are people who are like, oh, like I want to go crawl in a corner and
But I
cry.
think that comes with the territory out east, though. Like, it's a little like northeast is a little harsher.
Yeah,
Like,
no, we are. I mean, yeah, I mean,
yeah,
even as far south of like Baltimore, I just talked to a guy who was a cop down in Baltimore, and like he's like, oh, I'm from Baltimore and I'm an asshole. You're from Boston, you're an asshole. And I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong. You know,
right.
you're not
Yeah,
wrong. We all are. And New England's tough. We have our four seasons, and there's times where I think that really plays into why we're so gruff.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, absolutely. Anybody that has to survive a winter, a real winter that involves shoveling snow and
dude.
not seeing the sun for 6 months at a time, like
Longer than that sometimes, man.
yeah, longer than
I've
that.
had snow on Columbus Day, and the same year the following year I've had snow 7 days before Memorial Day in my
Yeah,
property.
yeah.
It's
Michigan is no different where I grew up.
yeah, same
Yep,
elevation, same latitude. Yeah,
same shitty weather. It's depressing.
it
That's
can
another
be
thing. That's another factor that people don't consider when it's just gray, dirty snow everywhere with
cold.
cold, wet, nasty roads, potholes everywhere, rust-stained vehicles. I mean, all of those environmental factors play a role.
She's gonna kill me for saying this, but my wife is the only reason we're still in New England.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah,
Dang.
I'm all for moving to like Texas or even Florida, something like that,
Hell
because I'm
yeah.
done with the snow. And my wife actually, she has some medical conditions, and she actually has a sun allergy, so she can't be in the sun as much. But it's like, dude, we can be somewhere warmer. You don't like it cold, like we can go somewhere warmer.
Yeah.
You know, like in Texas, like all the houses have central air. Like let's go there. Like
I tell you, there's something that is freeing about knowing in January you can go out for a nice little stroll and be very comfortable in, just some wind pants and a long sleeve shirt.
I was just in San Antonio in October, the end of October, and it was 42 one night here in New England, in southern New Hampshire, when I was out there, and it was I think it was 78 there, and I was like, dude, we need to move out here.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Dude,
old. I don't want to put up with the snow anymore, the cold.
yeah, you can't go wrong with Florida or Texas. My brother-in-law, sister-in-law, they live in Florida, by the Clearwater area. It's freaking great. Um, I won't lie, if the police departments out there were a little bigger, I probably wouldn't mind going out there. But
Oh,
where I'm at now, it's
you talking
such a
Florida or out by me?
no, Florida,
Oh
Florida.
yeah,
Yeah. No, fuck New England. I ain't going out there.
it's nice to
You
visit,
don't even
man.
have Brady anymore out there, so what's the point?
Yeah, he's down in Florida now. He must just
Yeah,
go to Florida.
yeah, you might as well go to Florida. It's a Michigan boy too.
Ah, that's right. I
Mhm.
keep forgetting you're originally from Michigan. That's right.
Right there, baby. Gotta
Oh,
gotta
he's
represent
got
my
the Detroit.
Tigers. Yeah.
You know, it's funny. The other night when you were live and someone was busting your balls about the hat, it's funny how you mentioned how it used to be blue. One of my last partners, my longest partner I had on the ambulance for on the fire department, he had a hat. We had the fire department hats, right? Navy
Yeah.
blue, and it was gray like that. He wore
Yeah.
it for so long. It's funny. It brought me back to him wearing that.
I've had this thing since '09.
Hmm.
So Joe Kenny said, my wife knows I want to eventually end up in North Carolina. You still get all the seasons, and when
Yep.
it snows, it will probably be gone the following day. Yeah, North Carolina is nice.
Yeah.
Um,
My brother-in-law lives outside of Charlotte.
okay.
It's
Yeah.
great down there. It's really nice.
Yeah. I had a buddy that lived there for quite a while. I think my wife's sister lives in South Carolina, which I heard it's kind of a night and day difference as far as humidity. But Um, I would love if I could live anywhere, it would be probably East Texas or Montana. I wanna be a
Anna.
what do they call it? Snowbird?
Snowbird, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
be there someday, man. We'll be there.
yeah. I'm hoping the podcast makes me a quadbillionaire like Joe Rogan. So
I was gonna say, you going Joe Rogan style on me?
yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. But
Gotta bring in
hey,
some of those A-list celebrities onto your show, man.
hey, I got Mark Lamb coming.
Mark Lamb.
He's
Refresh my memory.
America's sheriff.
Oh, yes. Okay.
He's running for sheriff, or I'm sorry, he's running for Senate.
Mm,
Out there in Arizona, Pinell County. So I got him coming on the show.
it's a big deal.
One of his guys called he does this I guess it's just an internet thing for Pinell County in Arizona, but he does this thing called Fridays with Frank. And he just goes out and does traffic stops and basically talks to idiots like they're idiots. And it's very entertaining. Like he's got several videos that got like 32 million views.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? Such a crazy number. But Stephen Wallace, what's up? What's up? So yeah, I'm trying to get him. I got connections with Sheriff Grady Judd, the one that's out of Florida. The guy that's like Why'd you shoot him 72 times? Because we ran out of bullets.
Oh yeah, is that the guy with the glasses?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
He's like, if you shoot at our cops, you can guarantee that we're going to shoot back. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah. Those are some good guests. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, all your guests are good. I don't want anyone who's ever been on your show to ever feel second to anyone, but
Oh, they'll get over it.
yeah.
I'm trying to get your boy, your firefighter guy, the coffee dude, Jason.
Oh, Jason Patton?
Patton, yeah. He responded the one time on LinkedIn and never responded again. So you might need to nudge him.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get out the FDIC, which is the big conference out in Indy. I didn't get out there when he was there, and
your big conference is in Indiana.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't. Indy's a tough town, and I went out there last year, and I'm going to tell you, want to hear a funny story? Here's a funny story. And so I went up there through the coaching business I used to be part of, and we did one of those Airbnbs.
Okay.
And I had no part in booking any of the travel. So I actually met them out there because I had other things I had to do out here. So I met them after they got out there. They drove, I flew, and then we drove back. So we were staying in an Airbnb, this big house, and like, oh, it's I don't know, we were told it was a good neighborhood and shit. Dude, while we were out there, I heard gunshots. Like there was actually like a drive-by shooting 2 blocks down the street. And like one of the people that was affiliated with the coaching business, she was Indy based, and her husband was an Indianapolis cop. And so she checked up. Oh yeah, 2 blocks down, there was like three gangbangers shot up. And it's like, dude, why are we staying in an Airbnb out here? Like the car out front that was parked on the curb had like the lift system. It was one of those old, like,
hydraulic ones. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's like he's out there making it dance and shit. And I'm like, why are we staying here? Why do we stay at the Holiday Inn down the street from FDIC? You know what I mean?
When we went to Detroit, went there for a funeral for the Brotherhood for the Fallen, and the hotel that we stayed at, they were prostituting out of. It was great. I heard a lady arguing with her pimp, and he must have been new to the game because she talked so much shit to him. And she's like, you ain't got the balls. You ain't going to do shit. She's like, I talk to you how I want in front of these people. I don't give a damn. Mind you, they had no clue we were cops. And it's an elevator full of cops. It was hilarious.
All off duty. All good.
Yep, all off duty. Yeah. We just stand there. We're like, I don't give a shit.
Not my problem.
Not my jurisdiction. Yeah. I want to get t-shirts made that say, not my beat.
Not my beat.
Yeah.
Not my call. Not my patient. Oh,
yep.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
It's so weird, man. Like you do, like, you put blinders on, and it's, we've gone on vacation, and like, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but like, you actually get upset when something happens, and you're like, like we were out to eat one time, and someone grabbed their chest and fell off the table, and I was like, oh, son of a bitch.
Damn
like, I just want to finish the steak.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not on duty right now. I want to be me with my wife, not EMT Hanks.
Right. Now I got to go. People don't realize how much you sweat and work your ass off to do legit CPR.
Especially out in Texas, man. Like, you guys are always hot. You freaking put your shirt on in the morning, you're already sweating.
Yeah.
And then you go and do CPR, and it's like game over. You might as well just ring that shit out.
Yeah. Oh, if I'm doing CPR, I'm having, like, assuming I'm not the first, I'm taking crap off. Like, I already start taking my vest off. I'm like, because I know, like, one, it constricts, you're trying to get your arms together, and get in there and try to, keep proper technique, I guess you could say. And you're right, dude. It gets freaking hot. That's why I love when I see him.
Young man's game.
When the ambulance brings out that damn
the cripple cruncher.
Yeah. God, that is yeah. I'm like, hell yeah.
There's a few
bellies like.
There's a few EMS folk here that are on my side that are in the chat. I can see them. They're all probably smiling right now. They all love the Lucas. I know Joe Kenny, the service he works for out here. They have him on all the trucks now, and they're a back saver. They're a old guy saver, man. Tell you.
It's crazy. Like the first time I saw it, I'm like, what is this? I thought I was gonna shock him. And I just watch it go to town. I'm like, oh my God. It looks like it's killing them.
Yeah, it's doing the most effective CPR though. I mean, it's like, it's crazy. And
yeah. Real compressions. I don't know if a lot of people have ever seen that. Even if you've trained, if you're CPR certified, unless they show you a video, it's weird.
Even then, man, even once you get into it, and once you've done it a few thousand times, whatever, like you'd never do it correct. You don't, because you
Right.
don't really want to do it, especially when it's someone who should be dead. No
Yeah.
offense, this sounds heartless, but like there are times when like, why are we doing CPR? They should be dead. They want to be dead. Let's let them be dead. They're 108, or whatever, and it's like
Yeah, and they
you
shot
never do it,
themselves in the head.
or whatever, whatever
Yeah.
it is, and it's you never do it correctly. I don't think,
Yeah.
it's, or you break every rib in their chest because you're 6'5" and 270 pounds. You know what I mean?
I've never had that problem, sir.
Yeah, I've done it a few times. It's actually that's one of the first memories my wife has of us working together.
Mm.
I broke the chest of a 78-year-old woman.
Oh, what an asshole!
Yeah, well, she was dead anyway. Hey, there's a Keith guy in here.
Yeah. He was on he did one of my very first podcasts. Actually, Keith he bought one of these monitors for the show.
No
He
shit.
donated. Yeah. So
The arson guy, I like him already. I don't know who he is, but
yeah, he what do they call it? Arson investigator.
oh, no shit. Is he out by you?
Yeah.
I wonder if he knows, because I actually have a buddy who's out in Texas. He's part of the state fire marshals, Christopher something. I forget who he is. He's part of that. He's older. I wonder if he knows him.
Well, he probably does. Keith's old as shit, so he knows everybody that's way old.
Keith's an old name. They don't name kids. Keith's the ugliest, most unattractive name in the English language. The Family Guy said it, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the most unattractive male name in the English.
He's dropping names on here already. Cannelly? Is that the guy's last name?
No. Hold on. I can tell you.
He said, let me get out my phone.
He just sent my daughter a care package from the Texas Fire Marshals, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. Where am I looking for? Yeah, so yeah, Keith, not a great name. I don't like my name. I was thinking for years I was going to go by my middle name. And,
what's your middle name?
Alan.
Oh, I was hoping it was Tom.
Yeah, that's funny. Everyone said Wilson, Christopher Wilson, Texas Fire Marshals.
Okay. Yeah, Tom Hanks would have been funnier. We could just call you Mr. Hanky.
Mr. So I'm actually related. The funny part about my last name is I'm actually related down the line to Abraham Lincoln's, I believe, wife.
Oh,
she was
really?
a Hanks. Yeah, she was a Hanks.
It's funny you say that because my birthday is on Abraham Lincoln's birthday.
Nice. See, we had a connection.
February
that's what it is.
12th. Yep.
It's the man with the tall hat.
That's why I did all my school reports growing up on Abraham Lincoln. It's like we share the same birthday. Fucking we're spirit animals. He said, "Love mine. Not many people have that name.
They don't. It is unique,
but he doesn't know. He doesn't know your boy.
But Texas is like huge.
Yeah,
I mean, it's whatever.
I learned that in certain parts of Texas, you're closer to California than you are the east side of Texas.
Really?
Yeah. Or if you're on the west side, you're closer to California at certain parts than you are to the east side of Texas.
So what's messed up is New England. Everyone's like, "Oh, New England's huge." It's actually New England could probably fit into the furthest east part of Texas, all 6 states.
Like, for sure.
Like you can get from Boston to the New York line in Massachusetts heading east to west in like less than 2 hours.
Yeah. I was gonna get a job out there at the DC. I was gonna be a Capitol cop, transferring from Michigan. Last minute we decided it wasn't worth it, but we went out there and stayed in Manassas, Virginia with a buddy who he was stationed out there at the time. And we learned just how close everything really is out in that area.
Yeah.
You just ride trains and you can get everywhere. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, New England's kind of cool.
But the cost of living, bro, no thanks.
Yeah, I mean, New Hampshire, we're a little cheaper, and like Mass is bad. I mean, Mass, there's $1 million studios down in Mass, and like up by us, we have a 3-bedroom cape on a half acre with a 3-car garage, and we paid under $250 when we got it a couple years ago.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad. Now my house is worth like a lot more than that because of everything that's happened, but it's expensive out here. We have a friend that lives in San Antonio, and shout out to Jenna and Chuck. They're on Facebook, and they may be watching this, but they live in San Antonio, man, and I want to move to San Antonio. I mean, it's pretty awesome out there. I mean, the house they have,
Yeah.
what they paid for it was less than what we paid for us, and it's a little bit bigger than ours. It doesn't have the garage, but
Yeah.
Texas is pretty awesome, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't, I maybe it's because I'm old. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm
Yeah.
like technically retired. I don't know. I mean, I grew up here. I grew up in New England. I'm done with it. I've spent
Yeah.
45 years here. It's the people are grouchy. You go to Dunkin's, you get yelled at by the people who work there. It's not worth it. And it's like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready for a new environment. I got nothing holding me here. And Texas is awesome. Everybody carries a gun. Like they got big hats. They got big trucks. Everyone drives a diesel. Like that's my people.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it. No complaints on my side. If I could move anywhere in Texas now that I've visited a lot of it, I've been here 11, 12 years. I like East Texas.
Now, what's East Texas?
East Texas is very so all the things that you love about up north, where you're at, the green, the trees, stuff like that, that's East Texas. But with the cool weather like we have down here. Now you get down to San Antonio, you go west. It's deserty. I don't know how else to put it. Things are very brown. Where we're at in North Texas, it's kind of that in between. It's kind of you're right down the middle there. So I really like. I think it's called Nagadocious or something like that, Texas.
No, I think I've heard of that.
I like that area. It's not that far from where we're at. I think it's 2 or 3 hours, but I love it. It actually reminds me of being back home, just with all the green, and it's nice to see.
No, you actually in Fort Worth? Do you live in Fort Worth?
No, I live in Arlington, which is
right outside. Yeah.
Right outside of it. Yeah. Yep. It takes me 15 minutes to get into Fort Worth from where I'm at. It takes me another 20 minutes to get to Dallas. So
that's kind of like why most people have moved up to New Hampshire, because out here where everything's so small. I mean, like I said, where I live, if you look up Mount Monadnock in New Hampshire, which is the most hiked mountain in the world, by the way, I am literally 2 miles from the base of it, and I'm literally like an hour and 15 from Boston, and it's nice because there's no cities by me.
Yeah,
I live in a cul-de-sac neighborhood. There's an American flag on every house, and there's a gun in every drawer. You know what I mean? It's a very safe neighborhood. I can let my daughter or my dog run around the neighborhood, and I don't have to worry about anything happening. Any vehicle that comes in doesn't belong. Every window, there's usually a face in it. One of those kind of things. Very safe. We've never had a problem up here, and I love it. And when we were out in Texas, it was very much the same thing. I was out there for Halloween, which was kind of cool. They lived in like a developed area, where all the houses were very kind of close knit. But I mean, they did Halloween right, and everyone said hi, and all the kids were very polite and, hey, may I please have some candy? They were very thank you. There was manners. I was like, holy shit, this is like the 80s all over again.
Right.
I was like, wow, I'm back in 1984. This is great. Where's my Atari?
Right. Yeah. San Antonio isn't bad. That's where my base is at. I'm out of Lackland there in San Antonio.
Oh, Lackland, yeah.
But
you're Army, right? You're Army, right?
Air Force.
Air Force.
Yeah.
Air Force.
A lot smarter than Army. So
my buddy was career Army. He was IT in the Army.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was last based out of Fort Huachuca.
Where is that?
Arizona, Sierra Vista, the Mexican line.
Ah, okay.
He's been all over. He was actually out in, I think he was out of somewhere in the San Antonio area for a while, because he lived in San Antonio years ago.
Okay. Well, sir, been on about an hour.
Yeah.
Ready to call it? You got anything else you want to bring up?
No, man, this is good. I think we got to do these more often, and we seem to pull a pretty good crowd tonight. So
yeah, get a list together, whatever you want. I can fit. Let me see. It looks like I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 people.
I'll see if I can get my buddy Brian Harkins. I don't know if he's watching this. He was probably in the peer group meeting, but Brian Harkins would be a good one to bring on. I got a few other.
There we go.
A few other folks. Oh, side by each.
Yeah, I'm just messing with the settings here. See what we can get.
I don't know if it ever went to my page.
Yeah, I don't know. Screw it.
We'll technology, man. Whatever. As long as it's going up, people know I'm on here.
Yep. All right, brother. It's been
All right,
fun. Appreciate it. Cheers. I'm out. I gotta go get another ice cube. So,
all right, bro. Same here.
all right, man. Take it easy. Thanks, everybody.
Be safe.
Take care.